I've not seen such bravery.
Yeah. Who's my pretty pony? For those who don't know, this is a device called a PVR, and it's going to let me record footage from console games through the science of magic.
I'm in kind of a Dreamcast mood today, so to celebrate this momentous occasion, let's just plug it in and take a look at whatever game is in there. I know it might be hard to believe, but there was a time when both Sonic the Hedgehog and Mario Party were really cool. Of course, that was before that, and that, and that, and that, and that. And that. So around a year after Sonic Adventure came out, Sonic Team looked over at Mario Party 2, and after some complicated math, Sonic Shuffle was born. Sonic Shuffle is a party game that looks like it was ripped directly from Mario Party. At first glance, the games look almost exactly the same. You have to remember that in 2000, the Dreamcast was struggling to stay alive while fighting against the PlayStation 1 and 2 and the Nintendo 64. Not to mention the soon-to-be-released GameCube and Xbox. The Mario Party series was hot at the time, so maybe Sega thought that Sonic Shuffle would persuade people to support the dying console. But we all know the end of that story. The opening cinematic shows Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy chasing some cards around, then doing whatever this is, and there's a train at one point. Some lady breaks a harp string and then I don't understand. Well, whatever happened, it's clear that cards will play an important part in this game, because there was no other way to figure that one out. In comparison, the opening to Mario Party 2 is much easier to understand. That's because Nintendo used a high-tech innovation in their intro. Yeah, they're called words. Well, it turns out that when you choose to start a story mode, you get an even longer cinematic. I'll do my best to summarize the story. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy fall out of a black hole or something. Nobody knows where they are, and Sonic seems very concerned.
Well, one thing's for sure, we stumbled into a very strange place.
Yeah, true hero.
Welcome to Imaginary World.
Imaginary World? Fucking Imaginary World? How do I even make a joke about that? But it doesn't stop there. This is Lumina Flowlight, and she's a fairy thing with head tits? I don't even know, but I'm gonna touch him. Knuckles is known for being easily tricked by Eggman, but he really shows off his brilliance in this game.
What is this place?
Imaginary World.
What is this place?
Imaginary World is a place created from the dreams of people from different dimensions. Like that makes any kind of sense. The crystal that protects this world is called the Precious Stone.
Precious?
The Precious Stone was shattered by someone called Void, and Lumina needs to gather the pieces to, I don't know, save dreams or something. Everyone enthusiastically agrees to help her out, except for Knuckles, who is just like,
Well, I've got nothing better to do.
oh my god. Isn't this supposed to be a party game? Most party games try and get you to the fun really quickly, but Sonic Shuffle is talking about dreams as if saying, yeah, you could go to sleep and dream about something awesome, or you could watch these guys walk through this horrible excuse of a story. The board game aspect of Sonic Shuffle is actually pretty different from Mario Party, but it's different in all the wrong ways. Rolling dice in Mario Party added a random element to the game, which is as exciting as it was frustrating. Sonic Team decided that this was a little too much fun though, so instead you get a set of 7 cards that you get to choose from. This means that you have to kind of plan ahead with what cards you want to play, which also means that it takes like a million times longer to move. Going back to Mario Party, most of the time you just roll a dice and move in the only direction available. In Sonic Shuffle, you basically get to choose how far you will move across the board unless you choose to blindly steal someone else's card, and you can go in any direction. Translation: long and boring. Am I missing something here? I mean, wasn't the best part of Mario Party the minigames? Why would you design a competitor that takes so much more time just to get to the fun? But that's not even the worst part of it. There are no minigames after a round of turns. It just keeps going. To actually get to a minigame, you have to land on a specific space. In fact, for anything to happen, you have to land on a space. Just because you reach the jewel doesn't mean you're going to get it, because you can actually overshoot it. You have to land exactly on its space, and then you're taken to this battle game where you have to defeat some thing before you can get the stone. So what are the point of the rings you get for landing on blue spaces and winning minigames? Well, I guess you could spin it at the store, but I never landed exactly on the store space, so I don't even know what you can buy. Since you don't need rings to get precious stones, there's really no motivation to avoid red spaces or to do well with the minigames. And oh, the minigames. It's like the ideas came from 5-year-olds and were programmed by 4-year-olds. At one point, I was a giant doing bunny hops to try and squish everybody else. There was a game of 3-on-1 tag, and a game of regular tag. There were also blatant rip-offs of Mario Party, like this one where you have to stop walking every time Robotnik turns around. Yeah, real creative, guys. But nothing can prepare you for the abomination that is Sonic Live. Everything about this minigame makes me hate living. The music, the guitars, even these spinning lights right here. I mean, fuck those lights. The worst part of it is that I had to play this multiple times. This minigame came up 3 times in my 1 round of playing. Okay. For no reason at all, we're taken into a minigame, and that's it. What was the accident? Is the tidal wave an accident? Accident? I'm sorry, why not say random game or something? I can think of 100 scenarios where the word accident would be more appropriate.
Dude, I dropped one of your plates. Can you come help me pick it up?
I've got nothing better to do.
Ugh, this game feels like it's lasting for forever. You know in Mario Party where you can choose how many turns to play? Well, it seems like in Sonic Shuffle, you just have to play until all the stones are collected. That means that you never know how long a game is going to last, which is just fantastic. This 1 round lasted over an hour, and I only played around 10 minigames, not to mention that 3 of them were... Sonic ended up being the one who got the final precious stone.
Oh my god, I forgot to wear clothes for this scene.
So, accidents and tidal waves are apparently the same thing. Everyone starts riding the wave, trying to collect rings, and the computer players are all... After that, the winner is declared, and then I got the option to try again or quit because I didn't come in first. Sonic Shuffle really didn't impress me. The easiest way for me to describe it to someone would be to say, all the fun of Mario Party, but without the fun. I know the more recent Mario Parties have kind of fallen flat, but I'm pretty sure even they haven't sunk to Sonic Shuffle's level. The game does have one redeeming aspect though, and it can be found in the Sonic room. We got Sonic just chilling out over here, and Tails creepily looking in through the window, just checking in, I guess. The great thing happens when we go to look at the minigames. We just get a fish tank. This lovely, lovely fish tank.